morning, everybody. This is Stacey Adams here on Channel 13 News in New York. Just wanted to let everybody know today we have a very special guest that will be arriving on the show. It's actually going to be one of the members of the Beatles. Like I said, it is a surprise, so we won't know until he arrives which one it is. Unfortunately, I've just been notified we're experiencing a quick delay. Our guest seems to be running late. Give me just a moment to check in to see if he will be arriving shortly. Give me one moment, please. Well, good morning, John. That was quite a surprise. And New York, looks like this is our special guest today, Mr. John Lennon himself. How are you doing today, John?
I'm very good. How about you?
Doing great, thank you. Just wanted to thank you for coming on the show today to do this interview with us. A lot of us out there want to know a little bit more about your life and growing up and how you became a member of the Beatles today. So let's just begin with, very early childhood. When were you born, John?
I was born on October 9th, 1940 in Liverpool, England during World War II. My parents, Alfred Lennon and Julia Lennon, were very good and nice parents. My father was a merchant in the Navy during World War II. My mother was a stay-at-home mom. My dad was gone very, very often, and he was once gone for 6 months just until World War II ended. After my dad came back, my mom and my dad got in a divorce. I had to live with my Aunt Mimi and my Uncle George. They treated me like an own son.
Wow, that's very interesting. So your dad was in the Navy and gone for long periods of time. Once he came back, your parents did divorce, and living with your aunt and uncle was okay with you? It was nice?
Yes, I love them, but I also miss my mother.
Of course, and it looks like you were already reading and writing at the age of 4 and had interest in doing comics and writing books?
Yes, I was writing comics and reading newspapers and books.
And now at an early age like that, I bet everybody else out there wants to know, is that when your passion for music began?
Yes, my passion for music began at the age of 4, and I started playing the harmonica, and I had no lessons.
So you taught yourself. Wow, very interesting. So growing up, how was schooling for you? How did you enjoy going to school?
Well, I went to Doverdale Primary School, and I hated everything. The uniforms, the disgusting food, and grammar. My Aunt Mimi used to always give me lunch money, and I used to spend it on candy at Penny Lane candy shop.
So not the most nutritious, as we all can say, but it probably beat that disgusting lunch food. And I know that we're going on a good pace here, but I don't mean to go into a more depressing subject, but it looks like during your teen years you lost a couple family members, is that right?
Yes, my Uncle George died, and a few years after that my mother died because she was crossing the street and a drunk driver ran her over.
How unfortunate. I can't imagine the pain that you endured through any of that. How did you get over the depression and dealing with these losses? What did you do to overcome it?
Well, my passion for music really pushed me through, and I formed a band. After that, I met Cynthia Powell, and I had a child, Julian Lennon. After a few years, we got in a divorce, and I married Yoko Ono.
And when you say you started a band, was that the band The Beatles that you're still with today?
Yes, the Beatles.
Oh, wow. Very, very interesting. And I understand you got a divorce now. Yoko Ono, you are still with her today, and you guys have a great marriage going on now?
Yes.
Have a lot in common? That's awesome. I want to move forward to some of your achievements and awards. I know we all know the Beatles music has spread across America like wildfire. You guys are at the top of the charts. Is it an Oscar that you won for the Best Music and Original Song Score for Let It Be?
Yes, in 1970 I won that. It was a very, very happy moment of my life for that.
I can imagine. Very, very exciting. And what are some of your favorite songs?
Some of my favorite songs are Twist and Shout, Let It Be, and Imagine. Believe it or not, Imagine I wrote it on a piece of toast.
Well, now that is definitely an unusual fact. You really wrote the song on a piece of toast.
I also got a pet flamingo for a gift from Paul.
Well, that's interesting of Paul to give you a pet flamingo. Very, very interesting. And what is this? Oh, you got 47 toasters on your wedding?
Yes, I had toasters for the rest of my life.
I can only imagine. Well, you know what? I just want to thank you again for coming onto our show today. I had an amazing time with you, and your entrance was awesome. Thank you again, John, and I can't wait to speak with you again. And good luck with your music career. I hope that you guys continue to just grow and grow and grow.
Thank you.
And that'll be all, everybody. Thank you for joining us today.